G'day folks, it's your boy Tomko Chan here once again with another video for you guys on some EDO Pro replays that I've been doing recently. Having a look at the deck here, the deck we've chosen for today's replays is of course PK Fire, or probably just more so PK Phantom Knights in this build here. There's not that much Burning Abyss going on in this deck. Obviously because the Phantom Knights cards I feel a lot better. They're a lot more impactful, and the more BAs that you play to mix the build up, the kind of worse off it is, because you know, having a non-BA on the field will obviously destroy the Burning Abyss monster, so it is not 100% helpful. They're more useful for sending to the grave and that sort of thing. So with that being said, here is my build here. You'll notice that I am playing the 5 Burning Abyss monsters in the main deck. That's just obviously so that I can use them for combos. I can use the Scum to add the tour guide during end phase, stuff like that. The Farfire does help clear stuff off the field, and all that sort of thing, which is good. We're running the 3 tour guide, which is awesome now that it's back at 3. No longer limited, no longer semi-limited either, which is awesome. Really good to have that back at 3. Really, you know, helps this deck a lot. Helps it power through its combos and that sort of thing. Tour guide can just be a 1-card combo by itself. Then we've got the 1 Ragged Gloves, we've got the 3 Cloaks, the 3 Tier Scale. This is the new one that's going to be coming out of Phantom Rage soon. Absolutely fantastic card. Dumps 1 to grave, you know, it's a foolish burial for the archetype. What more could you ask for in this? And also special summons itself when one is banished, when a Phantom Knight is banished. So, you know, that scenario happens all the time, which is great. We've got the 2 Dangers in here, the 2 level 3 ones. Just because they summon themselves, they can summon off being discarded off a tier scale, which is good too. It's just another extender in the deck. We've got the 3 Silent Boots, because it does summon itself also from the hand when you have a PK on the field, which is quite common, which is good. We've got the 3 Ash, just for our going second. We've got the Kagamusha Knight. Now, I love this card. I reckon this is absolutely great, because this and any normal summon will obviously get you into your Cherubini, which will turbo through all your plays. That's where it all begins. Having 2 level 3s on the field is absolutely vital for this deck. So, having the Kagamusha Knight is great. You normal summon any PK monster, or even normal summon the tour guide. You get your special summon off tour guide, plus you get this as an extender, which is quite nice. Also, if they ash the tour guide, you still have the follow-up play, instead of just having to pass your turn on nothing. Now, to Allure, mainly because I just love this card. I reckon it's excellent, looks cool. It's a draw 2. You need draw 2s in a lot of decks. We've got now 3 Dragged Down into the Grave. Now, a lot of players would usually play, Forbidden Droplets in this spot, and I would as well, except that I don't really want to hash out, you know, $400 on a play set of Forbidden Droplets, and I probably want to play this deck in real life at some point, so I'm trying out Drag Down into the Grave. Just for now, I think it's a great card. You know, you get to reveal your opponent's hand. If they have the Nibiru, which is really good against this deck, you can drop it straight out of that deck, and then, you know, if you have something in your hand that has a graveyard effect, they have to dump it. And yeah, once it's in the grave, you can obviously go off from there. Then we've got the Rhoda, because it searches a lot of your archetype. We've got the 1 Foolish Burial, for obvious reasons, sends everything you need. We've got the new rank up Magic Phantom Knights Force, which comes out in Phantom Rage again. This one is great for making our Dark Requiem Exceeds Dragon, as well as our Arc Rebellion Exceeds Dragon. Great card, really. Just pure excellence. Moving on to, we've got the Phantom Knight Wings. This is mainly to dump to the grave, so that we can special summon one. We have the Phantom Knight Shade Brigandine, in case we need that extra extender. The 3 Fog Blades, which is obvious, and then the Phantom Knight Sword. Rounding out our traps there. Our extra deck, Cherubini, the extra deck's kind of tight in this, so I've been playing around with it. I'll see what I'll do. I might change it up. But we've got the Cherubini, we've got the Rusty Bardiche, we have the Trisbania, because this deck doesn't have a lot of main deck back row removal as such, so we need something for the back row. We've got the 1 Appaloosa, the 1 F-Zero, and the Utopic Future Dragon. I love this card. I can't wait till it comes out. It's one of the main reasons I'm playing this deck, actually, because I reckon this card is just absolutely excellent, and I love to turbo into it. The one Dante, just for those Seer Dante loops. The 2 Leviair, which makes this that much easier to make. We've got the 2 Break Swords. We've got the Evil Swarm Nightmare, just in case, on your first turn you want to go for a different route. And we have the Dark Rebellion Exceeds Dragon, as well as the 2 rank 5s to go into off that. So, we'll jump into some replays now and we'll see how we did. Alrighty folks, so jumping into our replays here, we're going to first have a look at our 3 matches that we had against this water deck, and then we'll probably go on to the 3 games against the Cyber Dragon. So loading up this first replay here, does look like we're going to go first, which is good for this deck. It's what you want. We're going to summon our 2 Burning Abyss monsters to get the Cherubini on the field and to get the special summon off of our Seer from Grave. We're then going to dump our tier scale and then go into the Rusty Bardiche to send our fodder for the tier scale to come back, as well as set it a back row trap. Now this is why tier scale is so good. It's just so easy to get into. It extends your plays massively, and here we do get Nibiru, unfortunately, which is, it's just such a good card against this deck. We do luckily end on the double Fog Blade, which is fine. It can help us get through our turn at least. He's going to go for Interrupted Kaiju Slumber here, which is a pretty interesting build for this water deck, and he's going to go into the Statue to prevent us from special summoning. On our turn, we're going to draw our Tour Guide. Now, we do need to negate this, obviously, so that we can special summon off of our Tour Guide. Tour Guide into Scum, into Leviair, which we're going to summon back the tier scale with, and then we're going to send from hand to grave to send our Extender. Now, this allows us to get another rank 3 play, which is going to be the Break Sword. Popping his field spell, and then floating into 2 level 4s to go for Xyz's Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon to lower his attack, and then go into the rank up magic. Alrighty, so ranking up into our Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, we choose not to attack here. I think that was a bit of an error on my half, but that's no big deal. We're going to go into Deep Sea Diva, it's going to cop the Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, unfortunately for him. He's going to put that in defense. Now at this point, you'll see that I was playing the Dino Miscus. I was just trying that out instead of the drag it down into the grave, just to see how it would go. I think I preferred the drag down at this point. But it was good to test it out. We'll see how it goes in the future. So we're going to get our OTK right here. Beautiful. All right, so jumping into game 2 against our water deck here. Let's just swap this around. Alright, so he's going first this time. Deep Sea Diva does cop the Ash Blossom, and that's going to end his turn. Unfortunately, we draw into our Dynamiscus. Lure of Darkness is going to dig us deeper for another couple of cards. We don't see anything we need, unfortunately, so it's going to be a bit of a top deck war at this point. He's going to summon the Abystius, I think it is, and we're going to Ash it so that he can't get his search there. Going into our next play is going to be the Stainegrieved into the Cherubinian. As you can see from here, once you get the Cherubini on the field, that's when things really start to heat up. You can keep pushing and pushing into your extension plays. We're going to banish his Abystius, and then we're going to summon back the Stainegrieved and go into our Rusty Bardiche, which is going to cop our Nibiru once more. Again, showing you that Nibiru really is very good against this deck. We're going to banish, but then he's got the Royal Decree for us, something that I was not expecting, and we had a good discussion with him. I said, I did not expect the Royal Decree to be on the field. He said, no one does, which makes a good point. Very good against these back row decks. So he's going to go into his Dragoon, and that is almost pretty much going to seal the deal. He's going to negate that. Wanted that put into the grave so that I could special summon one back and hopefully do something on my turn. I'm going to draw Reinforcement of the Army, which is not a bad top deck at all. Into our Silent Boots, we're going to attempt to activate our Rusty Bardiche here, and it's going to cop the Dragoon. Dragoon's really hard to play through for this deck, unless you get the new Xyz's Dark Rebellion or whatever it is on the field that gains all the attack, then you can run over it. But otherwise, it does struggle because it can't be targeted and it can't be destroyed. So he's going to pop me here, and he is easily going to attack the game with 5,000 attack on that Dragoon there. Let's jump into game 3, have a look at this one, see how we go. Alright, so I do believe we're going first again on this one. We've got the Allure of Darkness, which is great. This time he hasn't got a hand trap or a Nibiru, which is going to allow us to do pretty much our full combo. Going to go into Libic here because we do have the Burning Abyss in hand. Send one off Cherubini as well as Rusty Bardiche here, setting the Fog Blade. We're going to summon our Tier Scale and then activate our Cloak, searching for our Silent Boots, and that'll allow us to activate our Stain Greaves to go into our Levier. Now the Levier loops are absolutely fantastic here. I mean, we can loop 2, get 2 back, get 2 level 3s on the field that we can go into NXEs with, and then go into our Utopic Future and Utopic Future Dragon. Now here we're going to pop our own Break Sword because we have the rank up magic in hand, which is going to allow us to get 2 level 4s on the field and then rank up into our Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon, which is not once per turn, I'll have you know. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 interruptions in hand and on the field, and then the 7th is going to be with our summon back from grave if we have it. Alright, so we're going to negate pretty much all these monster effects here, which is, it's just going to hurt. We've got the Ash for the Deep Sea Aria, and he's going to have to pass his turn back to us, which is going to seal the deal with our battle phase here. Getting in for more than enough damage for game. Alrighty, so jumping into our second 3-gamer here, we've got against Cyber Dragon. I had a good chat with this guy. We had a bit of fun with this match, which was good. And yeah, so we're going to go into our Foolish Burial, send the Ancient Cloak to add the Silent Boots into our Tier Scale to dump the Extender, as you'll see, which is our Danger Tsuchinoko, into our Cherubini, which is going to send the Graph, which is going to obviously allow us to special summon one to get the Levier. Now here is where we start looping our Leviers to get the Utopic Future Dragon onto the field. Now you don't have to go for this play, but I like it because I really love the Utopic Future card. We're going to get into it right now so that we've got the Monster Negate into our Rusty Bardiche. We're going to send the Stain Greaves to set it back row, and then we're going to pop our own Break Sword again. Same deal as usual. Summoning back 2 level 4s to go into the Dark Rebellion and then to rank up into the Dark Requiem XCs. More than enough, you know, but he has got the Kaiju here, unfortunately for us, and then the Droplets. So that's basically going to take away the majority of our negates, allowing him to play through. Now, so he's going to go into Galaxy Soldier, pitching the Cyber Dragon to summon. I didn't negate because I didn't know if he would have another light monster target in hand, so I didn't bother at that point. And once he's got the Nova on the field, there's no point negating here because he can just negate it with Infinity. So I figured, okay, I'll lose my entire board, but once we get back onto my turn, my graveyard is loaded for us to play through, no dramas. So we're going to activate our Ancient Cloak to get our Silent Boots. T-Scale is going to activate Engrave, pitching our Trap to send another one from deck to grave as well. Go into our Break Sword, attempt to pop his Infinity, which is going to bait his negate, and then we can negate his Infinity so that we can destroy it. Into our Stain Greaves effect to get our Tier Scale, into Silent Boots, into Fog Blade. Fog Blade is going to special summon back the Rusty Bardiche, which is going to activate its effect to set another back row, and we're just going to attack now with the damage that we have on board. Not quite enough for game, but we are in a winning position at this point with 2 negates versus you know, infinite impermanence, and the Galaxy Soldier, he will scoop. So jumping into game 2, which is up here. Let's swap over. So we got me on this side. So he's going to be going first this time. He's going to Cyber Emergency. He's going to grab his Core Search. He's got his Cyber Repair Plant as well. So his plays are going to go quite good here. Into his Galaxy Soldier, he's going to, you know, search as well, get another Galaxy Soldier onto the field, and then the obvious is the Nova Infinity combo here. So he's going to end on Infinity as well as the material for Verte Anaconda into a Dragoon. One of the toughest things for this deck to get over, but we're going to try anyway. Allure of Darkness here, we're going to draw 2 cards, go into our Burning Abyss here. We are attempting to bait negates at this point. Cherubini send for cost our Seer to special summon our Graph, and then we can go into a Break Sword, which is going to allow us to trigger that effect. We're going to attempt to pop his back row here. He's going to negate. Luckily, we've got the Cherubini, which means that it can't be destroyed, which is a good thing. We're going to bait the negate of the Infinity as well, and we're going to try and you know, go for game here at this point. We don't know what that back row is still. We've already tried to pop it a couple of times. It hasn't worked, unfortunately, and we're just going to try and combo through it at this stage. So my main focus here is getting over this Dark Dragoon. We're going to try and pop the back row, and we do find out it's a forbidden droplet. So I got a bit greedy here, you know, going for the monster that would have had the attack to attack over Dark Dragoon, but the forbidden droplets has stopped us in this scenario. He's going to have the kaiju for us again. He's going to destroy the kaiju, doing plenty of damage to us, not once per turn, which is crazy. We're going to get the negate on the infinity here, which is better than nothing. He's going to pop us again. And I'm going to attempt a fog blade, which he's going to negate, gain the right amount of attack, and then attack us for game. Alrighty, so jumping into our game 3 here against Cyber Dragon. Let's load that up. We're on this side, so we're going to start off our play with our tour guide here. He's going to attempt to gamma it, but luckily we have the Ash Blossom in hand, so now we have a gamma. We know that we have to play around that. Going into our Cherubini, the Libic is going to activate. That's when he's going to gamma us, so he must know that we have a Burning Abyss in hand at this point. We're going to send the Fodder for T-Scale as well as T-Scale to summon it, which is great. It's going to dump our Graph, allowing for another special summon, and as you can see, the graveyard is just fuel for us at this point. We're going to summon back with the Leviair, and the Seer as well is going to summon back the Graph. Go into our Rusty Bardiche. Now, I didn't actually mean to send that to set that back row. That was supposed to be a Fog Blade, but it's not really going to matter. At the end of the day, we're going to go into our Utopic Future Dragon again. Fantastic card, absolutely love it. And we're going to go for our standard plays with the popping of the Break Sword, getting back the 2 level 4s, and then going up on into our Dark Rebellion, followed by our rank up magic into the Dark Requiem Exceeds Dragon. And you know, that's more than enough. Basically, he's got only monsters in hand, so we're going to negate. I think he said at this point when he went for the second effect that he didn't realize that it was not once per turn. I said, yep, unfortunately, mate, not once per turn. He's going to chain the V here. We're going to negate the core. We're going to get our sun back, which is going to pop, and he's going to be stuck with Red Eyes Black Dragon in hand, which is not enough. So great game 3 there. That's pretty much the deck, guys. Thank you very much for watching today. I had some fun duels with this deck, and I'll probably make it in real life. I'm looking to pick up the cards, which is going to be good. I've already got the Burning Abyss stuff, but all I will need is the Phantom Knight's core, and I'll probably play it, you know, around November when the Phantom Rage comes out and we get the extra cards. I think it's going to be really cool. If you did enjoy the video, guys, you know, give us a comment, give us a like, hit us up with a sub. I like reading all you guys' comments, and hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day.